Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page.
All right, Unit 6, Lesson 4 homework. We gonna get right into it because we ain't finna waste no time. No, we ain't finna waste no time. All right, yeah, I actually planned. I was like, I know they hate it when I sing, so I'm gonna sing right off the bat. But anyway, yeah, let's get right into it. Martez placed 3 shoe boxes in a stack. The boxes are 8 3/10 centimeters, 12 1/1800 centimeters, and 22 31 thousandths centimeters thick. We would like to figure out how many millimeters thick was the stack. All right, and today we're going to be using Mr. Oliver's 7 steps to success attacking word problems on tests. I usually say it 3 times, but y'all already know what it is. So we ain't got to say it 3 times. We're going to get right into it. We're going to apply these 7 steps to this word problem and the word problems on your homework for probably like the next, I think the rest of this week, we're going to be applying those steps. So get used to them, okay? Step 1, we're always reading everything for the gist. So we just read that problem, and what I want you to do is, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to model what I would want you to do, which makes sense, right? Okay, I'm going to model what I want you to do on the next problems, all right? What I would like you to do is write a 1-sentence gist that pretty much paraphrases what's happening in this problem. Like, for example, let me think, I don't even know. I would probably, if I was going to make a gist for this one, I would probably be like, I'm trying to close my eyes, I don't want to look. Martez had 3 shoe boxes. He stacked them, and we know the thickness of each shoe box, and we're trying to get the total thickness of the shoe box, because they give us the thickness in centimeters, and we're trying to get the thickness of the entire shoe box in milliliters. I mean, not milliliters, I'm sorry, millimeters. And that was way longer than a sentence, but basically I would want you to just put like a 1-sentence gist. Martez got 3 shoe boxes. We're trying to figure out the thickness of the shoe boxes. And they give us the thickness in centimeters. We're going to get it in millimeters. All right, so that my gist was kind of long, but that's basically what you want to do. The first time you read a problem, you're always reading it for the gist, okay? So you want to paraphrase it in your own words. So that would be like step 1. Step 2, we always jot the key information necessary to solve this problem. Go ahead, let me know what the key information is. Y'all know how I do. Talk to me now. I'm listening. Y'all better not do this. Y'all know it. Y'all know how I get when you don't talk. When I ask a question. Okay, never mind. All right, so let's jot the key information necessary to solve this problem. What is important? I think the fact that there's 3 shoe boxes, that's important. We'll put that down. Obviously, the sizes of the thickness of the shoe boxes in centimeters is very important. So we want to put 8 3/10 centimeters, 12 1/1800 centimeters, 22 31 thousandths centimeters. The thickness of the shoe boxes in centimeters is very important. Also, how many millimeters thick? Because that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out the thickness in millimeters. So yeah, I think that's our key information. And so now let's go ahead and go to our next step. After that, I always find it helpful to draw a visual model, okay? Just a visual model, a visual model with pictures and labels, kind of representing what this picture means, not what this picture, what this problem means to you in your own words, all right? What I mean by that, y'all, every time I say this, y'all go overboard because y'all go, I don't know how to draw. I don't like drawing, Mr. Oliver. But then I got a bunch of people that like to doodle in my class, and all you want to do is draw. But then when I tell you to draw a visual model, you act like you don't know how to draw. So never mind. I went off on a tangent. But yes, what I mean is, don't overthink it. There's no wrong answer for this part of the steps, okay? It's really just drawing a visual model. Just kind of draw what you're seeing. For example, for this one, I would probably just draw maybe 3 shoe boxes. I would probably label the thickness of them in centimeters. You know what I mean? You could draw some stick figures. It's fine. But I just want you to put down what you're seeing in your imagination. I really would like for you the first, like step 1 and step 3. It's really like you putting your imagination on paper. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's powerful when on step 1 that you can read the problem and then you like flip the problem over so you don't see it anymore. But make sure that you're reading closely enough to where you can form, like, use your imagination to put this problem in your head. Okay? And the same thing with a visual model. Use your imagination. Put it on the paper. This is just you putting yourself in Martez's body and answering this question. Okay? So yeah, just draw like some shoe boxes, do the thickness. All right. Well, anyway, after that, we would like to devise a strategy with steps for going about solving this problem. Now I got my key information. I'm able to look and I'm trying to think. This is where you read the problem again. Okay? I'm not going to waste your time, but read the problem again and then think about your strategy or how you will go about solving it. This one is obviously going to be more than one step. What I'm thinking here, because I want to ask y'all, but y'all going to act like you don't hear me, so you're not going to respond. But yeah, what I would probably be thinking on this problem is you probably want to figure out the total thickness of all 3 shoe boxes together. We could go ahead and get the total thickness of all 3 boxes together by adding up the thickness in centimeters. And then I think our second step, we probably want to convert those centimeters to milliliters, because what they want us to do, they want our answer in milliliters. So those are like our 2 main steps. And that second step, you know, it's going to involve steps within it to answer the question. But all right, so after that, we can go ahead and like estimate our solution. This is important. It's very important, guys. A lot of y'all like to skip this step. It's important because it helps you, especially when you get your answer. It's something you can fall back on and look at. Because our last step is when you really want to reason and make sure that your answer even makes any sense. So it's important to estimate beforehand so you know, okay, I haven't done the problem yet, but my answer is going to be somewhere around here. And if it's not, then you know you got some work to do. You need to rewind. I don't even know. Rewind. I guess that's my rewind. Yeah, okay. All right, so y'all know I'm silly, and I love that I can be extra silly on these videos. But yeah, we're estimating. So what we're doing is, let's just round our numbers to the nearest whole number. Okay, in this case, we got 8 3/10. We could just round that to 8. Because if we're trying to round, we're going to look at the tenths place. That's going to tell us whether a whole number is going to is going to rest, or if it's going to rise to the next number. So 8 3/10. We'll look at tenths place. It's a 3, so we know it's going to stay at 8. So 12, we have our, the tenths place is a 1, so we can round that to 12. And then 22 in the tenths place is a 0, so we know we're going to keep that at 22. So let's go ahead and just do a quick little estimation, add those up, and we get 42 centimeters. Okay, 42 centimeters. When we want to do our conversion, we're converting from big to small. So 42 centimeters, we will multiply. 42 times 10 is 420. So I say all that to say this, our answer should be somewhere around 420 milliliters. I mean, not milliliters, millimeters. I apologize. And I hope I haven't been saying milliliters in the past. But anyway, so let's really do the work now, because we estimated our solution. Now we can really just do the math. Now we're just going to add them up really how they are. Okay? So we'll have 8 3/10 plus 12 1800 plus 22 31 thousandths. We will line up our decimal point, so it's straight up and down. Let's fill in our placement zeros so we can balance our equation. And then we can just go ahead and add. And when we do add, we should get 42 511 thousandths centimeters. Okay, are we done? No, we ain't done. Not at all. We ain't done, because the problem wants us to convert those centimeters into millimeters. We're trying to figure out the thickness of the boxes in millimeters. So let's go about doing that. All right, so what type of journey is this? The journey is from centimeters to millimeters. That means we need to know which one is bigger, centimeters or millimeters. And you all know centimeters are larger, are bigger. So our journey is from big to small, which means we need to multiply by our conversion rate. In this case, our conversion rate is 10 because 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. All right, so let's go ahead and do our conversion. And when we do, 42 and 511 thousandths centimeters times 10 is going to make all these numbers go one place to the left in our place value. Okay, so, and another way you could think about it too, because I think it might be a little confusing. I've been telling you guys to move all the numbers one place to the left because we do. That's what does happen when you multiply by 10. You could think about it that way, or you could just think about it as moving your decimal one place to the right. Okay, because they're essentially doing the same thing. When you're moving the number to the left one time, it's essentially the same thing as moving the decimal to the right. Okay, so think about it both ways. Now, we got our answer. We just want to, our last step is always to use reasoning just to make sure, does our answer make sense and why? That's the last step. All right, and when we look at our answer, let's go ahead and compare it back to our estimation because that'll help us out. And when we look, our estimation was like, our estimation was 420 millimeters, and our final answer came out to 425 and 1100ths millimeters. So I'd say we in the ballpark. We in there. I think we Gucci. Yeah, okay, I got excited. But anyway, my expectations are, I think I gave you guys a couple more problems. Listen, these are my expectations. I would like for you to utilize these 7 steps that I did with this problem that I just modeled for you. I want you to do the same thing on the following problems. So tomorrow, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see the steps being practiced. I don't care if you got that. Well, I care, but if you come in tomorrow and all you got is the right answer, you're not getting credit. I'm not giving you credit for that. I'm looking for you to actually practice these steps, okay? So go about it. Hey!
My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, my 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success.